Hey guys, Camfree15 back at it with another video for you guys, joined by my co-star Wolf, and we are back finally with more Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. It's been a season to take off, but if you want to get our thoughts on the first half of the Bleach storyline in terms of 1000-Year Blood War, hey, we enjoyed it, we loved it. I believe you weren't on the season 1 finale. Well, I guess part 1 finale video, but regardless, it's great to have Bleach back after taking a season off because I was really interested to see where the story was gonna go. Obviously, the one thing that I guess seemingly enough is like, I guess pushing this part is the fact that Uruyu has joined the Quincy army. And it seems like we're getting obviously part 2, which we get at the end of the episode. It seems like we're gonna get part 2 of the Soul Reapers versus the Quincy's. Now, I don't know how this fight will turn out. I don't know who will be on the winning side. Maybe this go around it'll be the Soul, because this is the thing. There's 4 different parts of this story. Now I don't know if this second fight is gonna be like, how might I say it, like all just one big battle across the next 2 parts. I don't know, but it's not looking good for our Soul Reaper characters, you know.
Yeah, especially the way this episode ended.
So, listen, I'm just happy. Quick thing, obviously opening and endings. To be honest, my thoughts on the opening, I like the visuals, I really do.
Me too.
The song, maybe I have to listen to the song a bit more. The song doesn't hit for me as it did for the part 1's opening. Part 1's opening, it hits a lot for me.
I agree, actually. I'm the same with, well, the ending song.
The ending, I actually like the song of the ending.
I need to listen to it more, but hopefully it'll grow on me just like it grew on you.
The ending song for me, it's grown on me. I already like it first listen. It has that catchy beat to it. Opening wise, I'm not saying it's a bad song. I don't know if I have to listen to it a bit more, but it's not resonating with me like the first part's opening, but that's just me. But I do like the visuals for the opening. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, we are back with Bleach 1000-Year Blood War arc. This is episode 14. You know, so we're continuing on. Jeez Louise. We actually pick up right where we left off with Ichigo's training after he got the dual wielded Zanpakuto toes, which I know my co-host was definitely happy when he know he's gonna be a dual wielder now.
I mean, I kind of figured that much considering we both played Jump Force at one point.
Yeah, so he's a dual wielder, but what does the one guy tell Ichigo that he cannot do?
He cannot beat Yhwach at this point in time at all. He needs to do some he needs to perform some kind of ritual to become a full-on Soul Reaper.
Yeah, and in a way he's like, I guess his spirit is like transported to like this weird long hall. Don't know what this is, but this is probably going to be the next step in the training. Now, the dude does say, well, we can only do this if the Soul King allows it. And, well, the Soul King allowed it. Albeit, we still have yet to meet the Soul King and see what the Soul King looks like. So, yes. We actually see Rukia and Renji. I guess they were staring at each other for a long time to train. And it was funny because after they were done, Renji was talking about how difficult it was to do that, but Rukia was like, why would it be so difficult? Now, this is my personal guess. We know Renji likes Rukia. Maybe he just can't constantly stare at her because he likes her.
I don't know if that's the case. I think it's just a simple matter that they can't bring themselves to turn their blades against one another. I don't know.
Something like, they also added that back too, but they're just kind of staring at each other. I'm like, maybe it has something to do that Renji likes Rukia. I don't know. I'm not looking into most of these things.
Yeah, I do.
But it's a funny coincidence how they brought that up about it's it would be difficult to turn your sword on your friends. Funny enough, we know in the promotional material, we're gonna get Ichigo versus Uruyu. So
Yeah.
maybe that's kind of like a little foreshadowing. And heck, even in the opening, there was a part where you see Orihime and Chad, and it's like they were looking at an Instagram post of when the four of them were all taking a picture, but they looked distraught, like, now we're fighting against our friend. So maybe that line was a foreshadowing to that eventual moment when we see Ichigo versus Uruyu. So hey, who knows? Byakuya is also revived too, so he's back. And seemingly enough, it looks like he's going to be training. And no, for you girls, we did not see Byakuya booty, even though he was booty naked. Okay. I know the women were like, "Can you move that camera a little bit down, a little bit more?"
I guess girls can be just as thirsty as guys.
Hey, listen, I know they're thirsty for Byakuya.
I mean, yeah.
So Byakuya pretty much talks about how he's going to like get stronger and train. Like, well, yeah, it makes sense because remember he also got his Bankai stolen, so he's definitely gonna have to upgrade if he's gonna want to take on the Stern Raiders. But that was pretty much kind of it of what we get of Squad Zero. That's really all. We just get updates of what's going on. Oh, kind of another mini update because we're kind of gonna go all over the place. We have it to where frick, I've already forgot his goddamn name. It's the guy with what's his name again? With the kimono and the samurai hat.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Hold on. Hey Google. Cause I'm sorry guys. I should be keeping up, should know these characters by heart, but I don't. I really don't. Not the 8th division. Oh, there we go. Well, he was a former leader of the 8th division. Shunsui. Shunsui actually has a discussion with Nanao and eventually talks with Ichigo's friends in the world of the living. And what was kind of the thing about that kind of actually is a shocking point when he was telling his friends about Ichigo?
That he may not come back to the world of the living because of the kind of power that he might gain, and that power might affect the whole world. So
yeah, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be foreshadowing. Maybe with this training he's gonna get some massive increase in power. I don't know, but when I heard that line, I'm like, oh, well, that's just great. That is just wonderful. Now you would have to doubt, because we've seen a lot of sadness in this show. You would have to doubt, for once, things have to go Ichigo's way and he can live in the world of the living. You would have to think.
Yeah. First he did a move that made him say goodbye to his Soul Reaper powers, and now he has to now it's on the contrary, or he might not come back to the world of the living.
Yeah. Now, obviously, his friends were kind of distraught about that. But also, the one thing that Shunsui also says, he's like, well, it is a 1 in like 10,000 chances, so it's a slim chance. But in the worst case scenario, here I'm handing you pretty much these fast passes, they call soul passes, and pretty much it gives Ichigo's friends like Keigo, I forgot the girl's name. I think it's like Tatsuki or whatever. Or Hime's friend. I forgot her name. And then the other guy, like pretty much to go to the Soul Society and see Ichigo. And they also specify like they gotta lock him up or something like that. And I'm like, oh, here we go. What did he gets this massive power and now you gotta lock him up in jail? I don't think they would. I think that would mean he would just have to live in the Soul Society for the rest of his life. But I don't know what this power increase would be, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, maybe this has something to do with the current training he's doing right now.
Yeah. but definitely.
Because hey, listen, he has to get. We saw how he got destroyed by Yhwach pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Although the visuals during that fight was pretty epic.
Yes, but he still got destroyed. He got his ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
If not for his Quincy powers, he would have got killed.
I'm still remembering how Yhwach did Yamamoto. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Trying to think of anything. Oh, we go to Hugo Mundo. We actually go to Hugo Mundo. We see how Waco Mundo. Thank you.
Waco Mundo.
Okay, I get it. You freaking give me shit about that.
Spanish.
Okay, we get it. Jeez Louise. Again, another guy I forgot his name about. What's his name? With the bucket hat. Come on. Now our viewers gonna be like, these guys don't know shit. What is it? I'll find the character. I'll find the guy. Kisuke. Damn it. Come on. I know, people. I know. I don't take notes on my shit. Anyways.
You used to.
I used to. Now I go things right off the mind. I feel like I get the best reaction that way. So then, guess what? You see, oh, this guy looks like an idiot. He makes a call to somebody, to say like, oh, blah blah blah, we need some help and things like that. Oh, we actually do see Shinji. Shinji, he calls Hiyori and the other, well, I guess you can say hollow-fied people, to help them out with something. What that might be, I have no clue. Does this mean we're gonna get Hiyori and the hollow people helping us out? I'll take it. They need it. They need all the help they can get. I still also have a question: is Shinji gonna use his freaking hollow mask and fight? I don't know if this is like Soul Society thing, like I guess rules, but at this point, rules are off. It's either you live or you die. I would be using my hollow powers. And we know he gets a massive boost with his hollow powers.
You know what else I'm thinking? Will the Soul Reapers like bring themselves to like align themselves with the Arankars? That's my question. In order to defeat the Quincy's.
I think at this point they have no fucking choice. And then remember, the Soul Reapers are under new management. They're under Shunshui. Yamamoto might have not went that approach, but Shunshui could be different.
Unless they're planning on making it a three-way battle, Soul Reapers versus Quincy's versus Arankars, like, but I don't see that happening.
I don't think that's happening because we saw from part 1, we clearly saw Grimmjow literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Kisuke's there. They would have attacked Kisuke, Orihime, and Chad and held them hostage. Plus, on top of the fact that the Arankars were attacked by the Quincy's to start this whole battle off anyways.
And we still don't know what's happening to Haribel right now.
Well, she's captured.
Yeah, I know, but they're clearly doing something to her. I just don't know what.
Well, we'll see. So, honestly, I don't see that whole thing you just speculated. I think the Arankars are going to work together with the Soul Reapers. And again, like I said, under Shunsui, I think with this guy, he has nothing else to lose. You got to give your best chance to at least survive and win. Because, again, we said it. It's a battle of life or death. So, even if you work with it's like the saying says, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, you know. And at some point, you would have to think the Arankars somewhat will be like, all right, you may have kicked our ass, but shit, they killed us. They killed our kind. Let's just work together for like this one joint time, and then we'll just leave each other alone. So, yeah, Kisuke, he calls in somebody. We see these two individuals show up. We don't know who they look like. You know, I tried to pause it, but then we saw like one in like a pink dress. And then we also see another shadowy person, you know, as well. I wonder, my prediction is this, because we haven't seen her yet. I feel like that hooded figure might be Yoraichi. That's my guess.
That would be hype.
It looks skinny enough to be Yoraichi, unless she's in her cat form. I don't know, but that's just my guess. As for the two people that showed up near Kisuke's tent, I have no clue who they are.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks. But the thing is, we do have a conversation between Orihime and Chad. It seems like they're also training as well, but Orihime makes a point of saying, like, talking about how Waco Mundo had, it seems like so peaceful, and she's pretty much talking about, like, she just wants peace across all worlds, where there's, like, no absolute fighting. Don't blame her. Would I love peace, especially with what's going on in today's world? Yes, I would. But is that possible? Hell no. Because you always got to go to war for over some stupid shit. But I digress.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Now the main part of the episode kind of revolves around the Quincy's. Hell, we even start the episode off, I'm guessing, about the birth of Yhwach, and we just see all the Quincy just gravitated this guy, and I guess I guess in a way it seemed like they gave Yhwach some of their blood or their powers and things like that as he's raising and stuff like that. And that was kind of an interesting, cool visually like stunning scene right then. Obviously, you have pretty much the announcement. Yhwach, all the Stern Raiders and the Quincy's, they're all gathered in one place, and pretty much it's the announcement of
Uruyu Ishida.
And go ahead.
Yeah, Yhwach announced that Uruyu Ishida will be his successor.
Which, when I heard that, I literally was like, what? So, listen. I still need this answer from Uruyu. Why did he join them? It can't be, oh, we'll make you the freaking successor to me. It's got to be something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more to the story about that he read in that book. That I mean, obviously we knew from the very beginning, like he never really liked Soul Reapers, and he wanted to avenge his fallen comrades from back then and stuff. But now that he's been growing like a bit of an attachment to Ichigo and the others, this is gonna get really, really complicated.
When we get that, like, understanding why he's doing what he's doing, because it's got to be more than just the successor, and maybe you're right, maybe it has something to do with what he read in that book. I don't know, but it's weird. But we know this, we know Yhwach, he's kind of responsible for his mother in a way being killed, because he took her abilities, because, well, she was like a half-breed pretty much. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. Now the other Stern Ridders, they're all shocked, and we see how, like, the Mohawk guy Baz B, which is actually a funny name just when you think about it, Baz B, he actually, like, pissed the fuck off. He's just like, what the fudge? And they were like, who the hell is this guy? Now some of them were like, it's kind of, well, it was mostly the girl ones though. The girl Quincy's were like, you should hook up with the new successor, but then the girl's like, I'm not gonna use the word, but she's like, please, you think I'm some sort of S word?
Let's talk about what just happened before that conversation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now, after that is announced, Bombietta Bastarby, or I'm just gonna call her Bombietta, the one girl Soul Reaper who, let's just say, I am a simp for already.
Even more now.
Oh, of course. She talks to this one guy, Quincy. She's like, hey, I'm frustrated right now. I need you to come to my room for a second. And the guy's like, oh yeah, sure, of course.
And then we immediately cut over to him getting cut in half by her, with her literally stripping and showing her chest. Like,
the question is, did she actually deal with this guy and then kill the guy? Or did she just show him a little cleavage and just kill the guy?
I think she just showed him a little cleavage and just killed him. I don't know if she did it. It's difficult to say.
Well, I guess her comrades came and said, oh, so you did it and then you killed another man.
Another hot guy, apparently.
Um, uh, maybe she did do it with the guy, and as the guy's probably getting dressed and she's zipping up, maybe she's just like, all right, F this shit. Sucks to go out like that as a guy, though. Probably had the time of your life, and then next thing you know, you get killed by the girl you just did it with.
She's dangerous. I'm kind of into that.
She's dangerous, but she's hot. So, yes. Again, I don't know. These crazy chicks, but they're like, oh, you killed another one. Why are you always gonna do that? So yes, but we can clearly see they're frustrated about Uruyu being the successor. And you have this, and they're saying, and they'd say, one of the girls, says like, yeah, Basby is throwing a hissy fit and things like that. So he's punching walls and everything. But eventually we have it to where the one blonde guy comes in that recruited Uruyu, and I already got his name. It's Yhwach Hashwalth. I'm just gonna call him Ugram. He pretty much walks in. Basby's like, because Basby looks like, I guess he's gonna go talk to Yhwach about this. And Ugram comes in. He's like, "Where do you think you're going?" And Basby is like, "Please, come on, don't tell me you don't have a problem with this." Pretty much. And obviously, Ugram's like, "The will of Yhwach is the will of Yhwach. I'm gonna listen to what he tells me to do." So he doesn't seem shaken up. Now, who knows? Now this also could be another potential foreshadowing. Will Ugram maybe potentially turn on Uruyu so he can have the successor claim again?
Maybe, yeah. But that's
because I'm like, okay, this guy, even though he's saying whatever the will of Yhwach is, I'll follow. But you would have to think deep down, the guy's probably pissed off as hell too.
Maybe, unless it's just one of those cool types where like he doesn't really care. I don't know.
Now they do reference like he's gonna be like the next emperor. So maybe that's a title higher than what Uruyu would be, but I don't think it would. I don't know.
Probably where Yhwach is currently, but Uruyu hasn't. He's the successor, but he hasn't really reached that level yet.
Yeah. So who knows where this goes? We have a Quincy that honestly looked, honest to God, like Aizen for a second. I'm like, is that an Aizen right now?
Yeah, I almost thought that was Aizen for a second also.
But it was just a Quincy. I'm like,
that hairstyle.
Kubo, what the hell? I'm like, you're trying to confuse me. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh wait, he's just here now? Oh, wonderful. But then it's just some other Quincy. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, and I had to make sure the voice was like, okay, is this freaking Aizen's Japanese voice, or is this like just some random Quincy? But he has hair similar to that of Aizen. I swear, it would be a funny gag if he shows up on the battlefield and somebody's like, Aizen? What the hell are you doing out here? But I don't know. That got me though.
Very creative. I say sarcastic.
Yeah. He managed to save Basby because apparently Basby would have lost his life against Ugram. But pretty much the last thing we'll talk about, I guess this ritual that Uruyu does with Yhwach. I guess it's like Yhwach like squeezes his hand on one of the Quincy insignias, and it just drops like this cup of blood, and pretty much, Uruyu asks a question about I forgot what the question was about, but pretty much why like he's a successor or anything. Why is and Yhwach answers that question for him. Again, I have to go back and look at the scene. I should have re-looked at the scene because it was actually a pretty interesting conversation right then and there. But Uruyu drinks the blood, and he's gonna be now the successor. So
interesting ritual.
Yeah. And the thing is, Yhwach says, his Quincy powers will awaken and grow stronger than what they previously are right now. So, well, of course, if Ichigo got a power up, if we're gonna get Ichigo potentially versus Uruyu, well, Uryu's got to get a power up too. So, yes, and then the last scene of the episode, you just have it where things are chill in the Soul Society, but then this barrier bubble comes up. Sky changes and everything to like a red tint, You know, buildings are blue. The Quincy's appear, and pretty much, you know, obviously Yhwach does his whole after 9 years, this blah blah blah, da 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 da, and after he says his whole thing, it's pretty much the title of the episode, which is the last 9 days, and pretty much it's a signifying that okay, yeah, we're gonna on the last day we're gonna take over on the last day we're gonna take over the entire world pretty much, and it seemingly enough it seems like part 2 of the battle is gonna start now. We can only hope the Soul Reapers are stronger and there's not as many casualties, but you figured there's gonna be a lot of fucking casualties.
Yeah, judging from what the Super Reapers are like before like the whole 10 thing, I'm pretty sure a lot of those Reapers are fodder. So
Yep, so we'll see. We'll see. I also wonder if this barrier is like meant to keep people out if they're outside this barrier, and the people that are in the barrier, they keep them in the barrier. It would make sense.
Maybe.
So we'll see. But overall, great episode to return to the first arc of Bleach. And again, that's already making me crave more. I want to see the next part. Seemingly enough, it also seems like this time Bleach is gonna be coming out on Saturdays as opposed to Mondays. Hey, that works better for me than Mondays because trust and believe, we will be getting these videos out late for part 1 because I will be coming home after getting done coaching during the fall season of anime last season. And obviously with me, the fact that I also still coach football, but I'm also working, it doesn't make me as exhausted anymore. So it's on Saturdays, which are typically my off days. So happy, even though I'm working tonight though. But hey, that's what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you yesterday what have you started watching Rurouni Kenshin yet? But then I remember you went to the game, so
yeah, so I had time. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Your thoughts on the first episode to part 2 of Bleach?
Solid start to part 2, and this episode is full of stuff. If it's not gore, there's cleavage.
It's okay. I like cleavage. Anyways,
huge, puffy things.
That's anime, my friend. That's anime. Oh, yes. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, as well as the subscribe button if you want to get more Bleach content or any other anime content we're going to talk about, not only during this season of anime 2023 or any other animes, for example, like Demon Slayer that I'm catching up on, and then eventually will be Jujutsu Kaisen too. So yes, and then we'll probably, if I do catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen quickly, well then expect weekly episode reviews of that too. So yes, because I know you watch it too.
Yes. Although, I forgot to watch episode the next season. I'm gonna get to doing that now also.
Well, there you go. Anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Peace.
Peace.